Hi everyone, it's Lisa Girecco, and today I'm going to talk about cooking with essential oils. The recipe I'm going to use today comes from the doTERRA blog book, but also you can go to the doTERRA blog, doTERRAblog.com, and it is going to be herb croutons since we're using oregano today. So those look delicious. We love to have salads, especially in the spring and summer, so we like to add a little crunch to them, so I think my girls are really going to like these. So, pretty simple. Just a few things I want to talk about when cooking with essential oils. They're very powerful, they're very aromatic, and they're very potent. So you will need to be very careful when you use the essential oils and only adding exactly what the recipe calls for. Sometimes when we cook or we bake, we may add a little bit extra here. With the essential oils, you definitely, when it calls for 1 drop, you want to use 1 drop. So I'm going to show you a little trick today to make sure that you only add that 1 drop. Sometimes you might even want to use your toothpick. So oregano and thyme, some of the hotter oils, we call them the toothpick oils, because you can stick the toothpick down into the oil and then use that and swirl it around today. I'm going to be brave today and use 1 drop for the croutons. So basically this recipe right here calls for 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. I'm going to do it right here with you right now. And my 1/4 a cup of olive oil. Pretty simple. It is a 1/2 teaspoon of parsley. I'm gonna get that in there. Sprinkle that. It calls for dried rosemary. I don't have any, so guess what I'm gonna use? My rosemary doTERRA oil. So here is the little trick with that. You can add a little bit of oil to a teaspoon and then drop your essential oil into that, your 1 drop. And so if more gets in there, then you can just get rid of it versus putting it into the actual bowl that you're using. So we know some of the oils come out very fast. So I'm just going to do my 1 drop and I'm going to swirl it around there and then I'm going to add it. And then it's 1 drop of thyme, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna add a little bit to my teaspoon, and then I'm gonna open my thyme. And I'm going to add 1 drop of that, very carefully. And again, if more than 1 drop came out, I would just kind of get rid of it and start again. And then I'm going to do my last one with oregano. We know it's a very hot oil, so 1 drop of oregano. So again, this is a great way to save money when you're cooking and baking, because you don't need to buy the whole bunch of rosemary that goes bad in your fridge, which often happens with me. So you have this right at your fingertips. And again, it's very aromatic and it's very powerful. So this, I'm just going to add my 1 drop of oregano to that. This will go a little bit slower. There we go. Kind of swirl around and add it to my blender, my little chopper. Okay, and then this also calls for some garlic powder. I love garlic powder, so I'm going to add a little bit of that. And a little bit of black pepper. Take about a teaspoon of black pepper. So add a little bit of that. All right, smells wonderful. Smells amazing. So I'm going to stick on my little top here. It's going to be loud for a second, and this is going to blend together. Perfect. And then from there, I'm just going to, it calls for 2 cups of breadcrumbs, and I'm going to add the mixture to the breadcrumbs and mix that all up, and then I'm going to put it onto my baking sheet. And I love the stoneware, so I'm going to stick it onto there, and it's the oven's set for 300, and I'm going to bake for 4 minutes, and then toss the cubes around, and then do another 4 minutes, and I'll have some wonderful herb croutons with oregano and thyme and rosemary in them. So remember that you can save money with using your essential oils when cooking. Very aromatic, very powerful, so be very careful and only adding 1 drop or that toothpick Less is more when you start. You can always add a little bit more. All right, so I hope to see you cooking with your essential oils.